Howdy, partners, and welcome to another episode of the PC King of the Rain Championship. It's round four, and we are at my home race of Austin, Texas. I'm in a Ferrari, starting from 10th on the grid, and Miko is in a Sauber, starting from 4th on the grid.
Howdy ho.
And of course, I'm really excited for this race. This was one of the tracks that I voted for, of course, being that it's my home race. I live about 2 hours outside of Austin, and I haven't been to the track. I didn't make it last year, but I am planning to try and at least go for Friday practice this year. I really like the track. I think it's a really nice track. Of course, it's very similar to a lot of other tracks in different sections. How'd you feel going into this race?
This was actually one of the tracks that I practiced, so I wasn't feeling too bad about this one. I like the track, so there's the only thing about this track is that there's a lot of blind corners, especially in the first sector, the going through the S's. So that's the most difficult part, I think.
And of course, even turn one is a blind corner. Yeah. A lot of blind apexes, and they're even more blind in the rain, which I was pretty surprised about. It had been a while since I had raced this track, since ARL League started earlier this year. I've pretty much been racing whatever track is up next on the calendar. So it's been a while since I've raced Austin, since we haven't raced it yet in the ARL League. You can see I'm going ahead and using max gears because it's got such a long straightaway, and hoping that I can make some passes since I'm starting in 10th, of course.
Yeah, looks like you're using the dry setup pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I had a little bit of wing, not too much, but yeah, pretty much a dry setup for this track. And at the last time around in Monaco, I was able to at least get some points on the board, so I am now. I'm not sure what position I'm in, but I do have 10 points, and Miko, you're up to 26 points after the first three races, so about a 16-point difference between the two of us. You got good
Yeah, could be
position.
worse.
Got good position for the start of this race, though. Fourth place in the Sauber, which of course has very good top speed, so it's certainly looking pretty good for you.
Yeah, I hope to have a clean first corner, so we'll see how it goes. So coming out the pits
I
now
want to make sure we did every single clip that I use.
to the grid. Do you remember who's first?
I do not. I don't remember the grid
Fine,
for this
I
one.
should have enough point of views, even if it's only like 3 or 4 point of views per
I
race.
think
It should still be right.
might have actually been Alex.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah.
Alex in first, and then Mikey, Jack first, and then Miko in fourth. And 5 lights, and we're away. We're racing in Austin. Getting a nice start, keeping up with the front guys. Tough braking point here. Alex is to the inside. Mikey's gone very wide. And of course, lots of contact in the back. Practically 4 wide going around that first corner.
Yeah, there's a a little bit of bump there with David, and Linneo's going very fast. Oh, and there's contact with Captain Raiden.
And he spun it
A
right
little
around.
bump there. Yeah, bad start for him. So I'm not sure if Linneo's got a. Oh, and another bump from Amstel there.
I definitely missed the apex on that one. That's another one of those tough apexes to find coming out of those S curves for that left-hand corner. I had no idea where the braking was, what gear I should be in. And we're coming into
It's
the
really
hairpin.
hard in the-
Oof!
Oh,
Big
going
shunt.
really wide.
Big shunt from Amstel. He did apologize for that, though. I did brake pretty early, but I was just being cautious. I didn't want to be slamming into Mikey. So I got a little bit of a push from Amstel. And you've gone wide coming out of that left hand after the long straight, and that's allowed Jack first up in front. You got a little bit of KERS left, though. I was using all of my KERS. Of course, since I had the max gears, I was using all of my KERS on the straight, but you've saved some KERS. And looks like he got that corner all wrong. A little bit of contact, but nothing too serious. I wouldn't really say that you're to blame for that.
Yeah, I think he lost the back end before I came close to him, so I don't think
I agree.
I hit him. So
Unless it was a lag issue, of course, it's possible.
yeah. Yeah.
Very hard to go through that high-speed double right full throttle in the wet here, but you did good to keep it on the track. And we're coming to the end of lap 1, and you're in second place ahead of Ownage, though, so certainly that's not going to last for too much longer.
What, don't you have any confidence in me?
Ownage is just... He's pure ownage.
Yeah, no, that's true.
If it was anyone but Alex or Ownage, then I would have much more confidence. But you took a very tight line going through that first corner. It was a little bit of a corner cut, but the game actually didn't give you a corner cut warning or anything like that. And you have actually managed to pull out a little bit of a gap again on Ownage after he was really close to you on that first corner. And here we're coming to the hairpin before the straight, braking at about the 120 meter board. Oh, and trying to turn in, but Ownage is actually right there alongside you. And we're going on the straight into Rich Mix, right behind Ownage. Getting great slipstream on him here. Saving a little bit of curves as well. And this is nail-biting stuff right here. Braking at about the 170 meter board. Very nicely done. Very nice. And back on the straight.
You're having a little battle here with Lineos.
Who's my teammate for
he
this
goes
race.
wide. Yeah, and you get the position back. And coming up to the squirrely section here.
The tight,
really hard. This one.
I guess we could call this the stadium section, kind of similar to Germany in that respect.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Still in 10th. I've lost positions, but I've gained them back, so I'm in my starting position here. And back on board with Miko at the end of lap 2, going through the final corner. Chicane is really close by it. Oh no, just lost all your grip, went right off the track out wide. And now there is a long line of cars right behind you, and a nice gap to Chicane here at the start of lap 3. David looking like he's having a little bit of look. Yep, he is coming up the inside of turn 1. And we're going into the S section. Nope, you got a great exit coming out of that first corner, though, and staying ahead of David. Chicane really not pulling away now. He did pull away on that start-finish straight because of your spin, but you're really keeping with him really well now. Nailing these corners, very nicely done. Hitting the apexes. Turned in a little early for that one, but nothing too bad. Staying with it. Looks like Chicane's had a bad couple of corners, though, and that's allowed you a little bit closer.
Yeah, and if you look at the minimap, Alex and Ownage are pulling away.
They are gone.
Quite nicely.
Maybe they'll battle each other. We'll see. And we're going on the straight now. Rich Mix using a lot of curves in the slipstream, kind of peeking out now and getting back into the slipstream.
I'm gonna make a video of this.
I don't want to hit him on the braking.
Absolutely. Oh, braking a little bit later that time, about the 150 meter board. Oh, and you've lost it, and that's possibly pushed out Chicane. I'm not sure if he was going to be making that corner, though, either.
I think we both did the same mistake.
I think so.
Both locked our rears and just slid off the track, so.
And it seems you've kind of fallen out of the groove now. Took that corner a little awkward, but staying far to the left to get a nice line for this double left-hander. Much better than the first lap. And here's one of those wonderful blind apexes. Is about third gear. Wonderful job going through there. And coming to
this is also really hard.
Yeah, that bump right on the final corner really makes things nice and exciting. But end of lap 3 now, you're still hanging on to that third place position. I've dropped down a spot to 11th. Now we're finishing lap 3 onto lap 4.
Yeah. Trying to close up the gap to Yorkie. Oh, someone's gone wide. Who is that?
That is... look like a McLaren. Unfortunately, I don't know what that means, though.
That's Mikey.
Yep, Mikey ahead.
Mikey's gone one wide, so...
Oh!
Oh, another mistake from Mikey there. Are you going on the inside? No. Having a look, and it goes straight...
Oh!
Big oversteer moment.
Oh, and then another one when I corrected it as well. So lost definitely a second and a half to Mikey there, unfortunately, with Lineos right behind.
Yeah, good thing you didn't lose a position to him, as Christer decides to retire. I think he's had a bad race. And coming up to the long straight, I think Mikey just jumped ahead. I think he had a little lag issue there.
Yep. It looks like he pulled away a little bit, braking a little early about the 170 meter board, or about 170 meters.
Yeah, making the corner nicely.
What happened, Christopher?
And closing up the gap to the guys in front. I think they are having a bit of a battle. Oh, Jack first has made a mistake.
And trying along the outside of this corner.
Yeah.
And
And
it squeezes you out on the rumble strips.
this is tight stuff. Oh gosh, side by side through this is not, even in the dry, that's not an optimal scenario, but he has managed to stay in front of me.
Yeah. Coming up to the last corner.
And we're starting the
Now
final
on the
lap.
last lap. Yep.
Onich does a 46-1. Holy cow. Oh man, and we got
Oh.
Chicane and Benenho right behind you. Chicane has gone around the outside. And he's got the position going into these S curves, but you're looking back, going around the outside, the inside for this corner, side by side through the S's. Nope. Chicane has edged out slightly, but he's gone off the track. Going around the outside. Oh, a little bit of contact, hanging on to it though. Very nicely done. And both of them are right on you, and you almost lost the back end in the same place that I lost it last lap, but hanging on to it much better than I did. Little bit of oversteer coming out of that corner, nothing too bad though. Benenho's got past Chicane, and we're going into the hairpin for this long straightaway. You got all your curves. This is the final lap, so I'd imagine you're probably going to be using all of your curves on this straightaway, along with Rich Mix, to try and keep this third place position.
I think they're falling back somehow. I don't know if they had a contact or...
Yeah, I think there
Or
might have
what,
been
but,
some light contact in that hairpin between them, because you definitely have a nice gap to them now.
You have a great toe on Mikey. Coming with the inside.
Can we get it all slowed down? Just barely.
Let's see how you do in this next corner. Braking very late.
Trying along the outside, not working though. That just was not going to work out. He's got a couple car lengths on me now. Going very defensive in that corner though, which has sacrificed his exit. Looks like I got a little bit of a better run coming out of that corner. But
Alex comes to the finish line.
and Alex wins, which means Onich was second. And oh man, good thing you saved some curves for that end. And looks like you're going to come home comfortably in third place. Amazing race from you. Fantastic job. Starting in fourth and actually moving up into third. With
Drag race coming with Mikey here.
and Mikey did finish in front of me, but he did have a 10-second penalty, so that does move me up into 9th position for the race. Of course, there are no stewards reports or anything like that for any of these races, so he won't be contesting that penalty or anything like that. So that means I do finish in 9th position, about 1.6 seconds behind Ben and Ho. And you were about 14 seconds behind Onich. Jeez, that is...
Yeah, and almost 20 seconds behind Alex.
That is just demoralizing.
That was a domination.
You got ownaged. And Fat First about 1.2 seconds back, not too bad, and then only 7 more tenths to David, and then only 5 more tenths to Chicane. So this was a very close race in the midfield, only about 7 seconds separating from 4th down to 10th. And Mikey would have been within that as well, actually. So without the penalty, that's 4th down to 11th within 7 seconds of each other. So very close racing here in Austin. No surprise that Alex won the race with Onage in 2nd. But fantastic result from you, getting this is now your 2nd podium for this series.
Yeah, that's right. And and I really had to fight for that one.
Absolutely.
Chicane and Ben were really close at the end, but I hold on to the position and what can I say? Good result.
Yeah, absolutely. That moves you up now to 41 points, I believe, and that puts me at 12 points now after 4 races. So you're averaging almost 12 points a race currently, while I'm getting only about 3 points per race. So not the best start from me, but a great start from you. Two podiums in the first 4 races. That's fantastic for a split one driver in a championship with 50% split one drivers.
And let's hope I can continue that good point scoring streak that I got.
And hopefully I can improve.
Yeah, that's right.
And what race is up next?
Next up is the Belgian Grand Prix in Spa-Francorchamps.
One of the best tracks on the calendar. Certainly one of my favorites. I'm really looking forward to it.
Certainly.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day.